And welcome back to another video. Before it starts, I just want to say that I'm still getting better at this whole vlog thing, so I kind of lose track of the main topic throughout the video, but just bear with me. I'm gonna get better over time. And then this Saturday, the 26th, I will be opening up enrollment into my online course, SEO for Detailers. So if you want to generate more traffic, leads, and sales into your business, then SEO can be a choice for you. You can get on the waiting list down in the video description box below. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started with this video. Right now it's 9:38 p.m. on Wednesday. I'm wrapping up, just moving a lot of files around because we have 2 cameras and 2 GoPros, and there's 3 brands, and there's photos and videos. So there's actually a lot of storage that I have to deal with between the SD cards to the SSDs, and then photos and videos between the SSD and like Dropbox. So eventually I like to get like a NAS system. That way I can just kind of store everything in one place and I can virtually access it anywhere. Anyways, gonna keep on doing some work here. Gonna go back to the apartment, eat dinner, and get back here at 7 a.m. And then tomorrow there's a Porsche with a wash and wax and a headlight restoration, and then a smoke odor removal drop-off that's not due till Friday, but obviously we'll knock out the interior cleaning tomorrow. An engine cleaning here at the shop, and then a TSA, which is a test spot assessment, which is basically a consultation to do a test spot on the paints and talk about the options and if they want a correction, what type of coating, all that good jazz. So a little bit more work here, and then time to go. Okay, so it is now 10 p.m. I should really leave. I'm just gonna come over here and check the battery station to make sure it is turned off, and it is, because I just don't want that running overnight for no reason. I'm gonna put the water bottles in the fridge because it's now getting a little hot, so it does help to have some cold beverages or cold water, because we do have Gatorades and water, but the water's on the ground, not in the fridge. So I'll put that in and then head out, because we gotta be back here at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Well, for a workout though, not for work, but for a workout. Okay, so do me a favor and don't tell my mama that I'm waking up at 1:30 to get to work. But the problem, not the problem, but you know, I don't expect anyone in my circle to work to any degree that I work, right? The decisions that I make are because I truly want to do them. And if I want to move any brand forward, or if I want to reach any goal, it's up to me, right? No one, you can't expect anyone, like, for, you know, if you're going to hire someone, you can't expect anyone that you hire to work at the same degree that you do, because it's your goals, it's your business, it's your ambitions. Granted, you can hire the right people, but you can't expect someone to match your energy and level of work ethic, because it's your goal, it's your vision. So it's 1:30. I'm gonna spend at least an hour and a half working on our content playbook, as far as like I need to have more thorough structure on like to align like what is it that we're doing on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. Like, how do we get pieces of content when we're shooting different things, right? It's really optimizing as much content creation as we can, but in the most systematic way that we can. I'm gonna spend like an hour and a half working on that, and then I'm gonna start editing the podcast and the video. That way by tomorrow I can get it posted in the morning, because I just won't have time in the morning to get to it. So an hour and a half creating the content playbook, and then edit the audio, edit the video, cue it up in Buzzsprout, cue up the email, cue up the blog post, and then, I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I did take like a little hour nap, but now just get to work, you know? Okay, so it is now 4 a.m. or 3:54 a.m. I mapped out a pretty good skeleton of what it's looking like, and kind of elaborated on specific parts of what I'm looking for. For an hour and a half, 2 hours, it's a good starting point to kind of have a framework moving forward with content. So now it's 4 a.m. Should I take a nap first and then get on the podcast, or just get on the podcast right now? Okay, it is now 5:20 a.m. I actually took a 50-minute nap. That's what I'm saying. It's very hard to create entertaining content because I just sit down and work the entire time. It's a very not fun lifestyle. But now I'm gonna just knock out some audio editing for the podcast and head out. And I'm gonna do deadlifts today in the morning. And that was just my bagel. So let's get the bagel, let's get the podcast going, and let's get the start to this day. Okay, so I think I'm already feeling the effects of not sleeping last night. It's barely 7:50 and I'm already feeling kind of droggy. That never happened. I probably wouldn't do that again for like a very long time. That's obviously not healthy and not good for you. If you, like, it's funny when people are like, "Oh, I never sleep because I want to hustle." It's like, bro, sleeping helps you recover, which will make you more impactful when you work. Like, to skip sleep, it's like, it's counterproductive to trying to work harder or hustle more. It's like, you need sleep to recover. Clearly, I'm not preaching what I'm not doing what I preach, but I want to go run, but the problem with this area is that there's no place to run. There's a sidewalk, but that sidewalk is super small. It's right next to the traffic. It's morning, so everyone's driving into work, so it's rather busy. But if I don't do it right now, I'm not gonna do it for the rest of the day, and it's only 1 mile, so it's not even that much running, but I don't know. Man, what lovely weather. This is that perfect time when we're going from winter to summer. So you have this perfect mixture of no humidity, nice little breeze with some warmth from the sun. These are absolutely fantastic runs. Okay, so Alex just got here. Him and Lex are gonna go out to the field for that Porsche that I said. Very easy job, just a headlight restoration and a wash and wax. It's but a small little thing, so it shouldn't take no more than like 2 hours at max, and then an hour, and then there's that smoke odor removal being dropped off at 11, I think. So plenty of time for them to come back to finish that off. I gotta text him. What are you doing right now?
So usually before we head out, we text them how far we're away, and just put it on the map, and then just roll from there.
All right.
It usually takes like a minute. Well, first you gotta see how far it is before you text them. How far is he? Oh, dude, he's an hour away.
It's like 12 minutes, no?
Usually I tell him if it's 12 minutes, 20 minutes, traffic, if I'm there earlier, he'll be like, oh, nice.
So I don't know if you heard him, but he's gonna check the distance, just to triple check how long it's gonna take. We already know the distance. Then he's gonna send a message saying, hey, we're on our way, we'll be there in 20 minutes. That's a somewhat of an automated text that we send through Jobber. We just click a button and it sends that message. And then he just gets there and gets to work pretty easy. And this customer is I think it's like 12 minutes away, so it's not far at all, but he's gonna handle that. I'll show you what he's doing. And Lex is over here taking care of the shop. Alright, so we're almost done here. I got done with the 3000 now.
3000 grit. Moving on to the compound using the Adams line and the little flex 3-incher. Done with the headlight restoration. So that is the first service. Now we're gonna jump into the wash and wax.
Smoke odor removals, we require it to be at our shop and to have it for at least 2 days. The first day, we get the interior cleaning part done in like, let's say if there's multiple cars, like it's still like 4 hours between like working on this one and working on another one and like doing a mobile job. Maybe it's like half a day. But then we have to ensure that everything is completely dry. So we'll put the air movers and make sure like all the carpeting, all the fabric is 100% dry. And then we run the ozone machine overnight. And then in the top half of the next morning, which would be tomorrow, we do any touch-ups and air out the ozone and inspect it one last time. So the actual work is all like the heavy work is done the first day in a couple of hours, but it's a lot of waiting around of drying, running the ozone overnight, letting it air out. There's a difference between cleaning an interior to make it look better and then removing a smoke odor. So even though it looks clean, we're still gonna go through the full process of thoroughly cleaning it so we can remove all that nicotine and tobacco before we do the ozone treatment. For the full process, even in this condition that is not dirty, we're still gonna go through everything. It'll be around 450 to 550. I think this one is 450. Man, with the air movers running, with the wind kicking, I couldn't find a spot to just talk to the camera without a bunch of noise happening. But yeah, so one thing I want to talk about is like a lot of the problems that I go through, or the frustrations, or the headaches, or the amount of work, or you know, the problems I have to solve, is everything is self-induced, right? If you start your business, you are signing up to say, I'm just gonna solve problems every single day. I'm just gonna put out fires every single day. And based on your goals, your ambition, like things are gonna change, right? As I said earlier, or in the recent podcast that I just had, it's every business goes through the same problems. It's just at the scale of in which those problems are, based on your goals, is how you tackle those, right? You know, someone that, you know, just starting off is gonna have a different set of problems than someone that's at the, you know, $35,000 per month mark, you know, as far as hiring, expanding. Like they're all the same problems, right? More customers, need more revenue, want to grow bigger. It's just at the scale that is, it's gonna be different. So I know, like I'm taking too much than what I can, but the way that I think about it is simply going to be like, the more I can take on, it's like, it's not that I have to reduce what I'm doing. It's that I have to identify what those main problems are at this given time, try and come up with a solution to hire someone to fulfill that spot, and then continue to do that over and over, right? Because it's how, you know, it would be super easy and very convenient to be like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this part, I'm not gonna do prep work here, or I'm not gonna do a YouTube channel for my podcast, or I'm not gonna post reels on the podcast Instagram account in order to grow. Like I could easily reduce and take a step back on all those goals and actions that I want to do. But then it's like, at what point is it too convenient or too comfortable, right? So better you take on all that friction and you get into some real tight spots. But then that's what allows you to identify, okay, you know what, like I'm getting stuck here in this portion, creating this content or editing this or doing that. If I could just get someone here for 10 hours a week to relieve this problem, I now get not only 10 hours, but like 15, 20 hours. Because it's not just that one task. There's like a bunch of smaller tasks before you get to that main task that's eating up all your time. So yes, I sometimes overkill myself. I sometimes do a little too much, but it's like I already in my head I know what I'm trying to go for, and there's gonna be a lot of bumps and struggles and just hurdles I have to overcome. But you know, it's the path I chose. This is, you know, it's self-induced, right? Like no one's telling me I have to do this. It's just by my own merit I want to go and do this. So the good thing is that my barber is literally down the street from the shop. So it's currently 12:28 and my appointment is at 12:30. So just in the nick of time. It literally took me maybe 45 seconds to get here. So time to get freshened up with a haircut. I was actually gonna record the haircut, but I forgot a tripod. So not this time, maybe next time, but not that bad. Okay, and the haircut is complete. Unfortunately, it took a little longer than expected, so it kind of is now pushing back 2 other things further down the day now, which kind of sucks. But now I'm gonna go and see. Alex is only 10 minutes away, so I'm just gonna go check in and see how he's doing. Just help him finish up faster, because my day's about to be over. So if I can get him back to the shop, that'll just be easier for everyone. Alright, so it was done. That just took like 30 minutes to complete. I don't want to film anything just because it's one of those situations where like it's so quiet, and like even if you whisper to the camera, everyone can hear it. Like, you know, it was one of those situations, and I just felt so like awkward because there's like someone cutting the grass with an electric mower, and I was just like, this feels kind of funny. So yeah, we just finished it up. I just helped sand one of the headlights and buff up the wax on the Porsche. That's it. It was nothing. But now going back to the shop, I think Lex had that TSA and the engine cleaning at 1. So I haven't talked to him. So when I get back to the shop, if I see a Porsche there, then he booked in the Porsche. Okay, let's see if there's a Porsche somewhere. Porsche, and there is indeed a Porsche right here. So it looks like we are working on a Porsche. Okay, and now it is Friday. Yesterday the rodeo was cool. It's Chris Stapleton, you know, great singer, but as far as performance wise, you know, a little lackluster. But overall it was a good concert. It rained a little bit, but now it is Friday, and yesterday they just wrapped up the leather and plastics on that smoke odor, did a bit of the interior on the Porsche. Something actually happened with that vehicle. They have to take it back, so we don't have that on the schedule anymore. But then we have about 3 or 4 jobs to do today. Pretty simple and straightforward. I'm not gonna record that much, but let's go see what they're doing. Okay, and we're back where we started. That's gonna wrap up this video. Again, I'm gonna get better at it. I'm gonna try different formats on how I get content to kind of stay more on focus. It really does help to write out like a script for the day and stick to that like I did on the first one. So I'll probably go to that instead of just kind of winging it like I did on this video. So I'll get better over time. Let me know in the comment sections what you like about these videos so I can kind of focus in on that specific subject or that style of whatever that you like, because it does help to understand what do you like about these videos. Again, SEO for Detailers opens up this Saturday the 26th. You can check in the video description box below and get on the waiting list. Other than that, thank you for tuning in and sticking to the end of the video. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye bye.